82 K.I.N.G.S, Mack Warbuckz, 82 K.I.N.G.S, Southwest End. It's your boy Mack Warbuckz. Man, I'm a native Detroiter, based out of Atlanta. I done lived so many different places, you know, from Cali to East Coast and back. My name actually itself, my grandfather's name was Mack, and that's pretty much where I take my moniker from, the term Mack. And then Warbuckz comes from my Uncle Mike, because when I was little, I used to walk around, had a lot of change in my pocket, and he would just kind of mess with me and be like, oh, you're rich like Daddy Warbuckz. So I'm kind of paying homage indirectly in a lot of different ways. Hip-hop has always been a part of my life. I can recall being little and hearing my father like recite some raps from like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 and Rakim and Big Daddy K.I.N.G.S. So that influence was always there, you know, indirectly. And I actually started writing probably like at 14. Yeah, middle school. I started writing, but it wasn't anything. It was more of like a therapeutic release. Like I did it because I had a lot on my mind, and it was just kind of a constructive way to deal with my thoughts and the things that were going on in my head and how I was processing things in the world. I want to say probably like around 2010 is when I really started getting serious with it, as far as like writing and trying to do something. So fast forward to 2015, I'm about to actually release a project called In Search of Huey P. Newton. The majority of the production is handled by Franco. I say it roughly has like 21 tracks on it. And pretty much the concept In Search of Huey P. Newton, you know, unfortunately, you know, the good brother is not with us physically, but he's with us in spirit. And the whole concept itself is pretty much, you know, where is that spirit now? Where is that energy? You know, where is that person that wants to stand for something? You know, that wants to stand for something that has, you know, a sense of long-term value to it. You know, who wants to stand up for their people? You know, who wants to create a world that's, you know, progressive and productive for everybody? You know, where is that energy? Because I feel like a lot of us, we're not even living, we're just existing. And it's not a whole lot of us that I feel collectively are trying to create some type of foundation for the future. So I want people to hear this project, learn more about Huey P. Newton, as well as self-reflect and ask themselves, you know, what can I do personally to stand for some change, stand for something really productive that has lasting, you know, long-term value.
Waiting for the buses at Marta. When you waiting at Marta, shit, it get gangsta. Hey.
I would say the first, I might have been maybe 4th, 5th grade. My mother bought me 36 Chambers, and that was like my introduction as far as like actually having something that was my own and listening to it. And the thing that really stood out to me about Wu-Tang was just how abstract a lot of their words were. You know, a bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies and you know what I'm saying? Like who puts words like that together? You know, true enough, that wasn't on 36 Chambers, that's Wu-Tang Forever, but it still remains, like just the wordplay and how abstract and forward thinking a lot of their wordplay and the way that they use words, just how I feel like they were ahead of their time. But again, I would say my biggest influences have definitely been Wu-Tang, specifically the GZA and Ghostface, Raekwon. I was a big Nas head too. Illmatic, heavily influenced by Nas. I think the social and political commentary of Ice Cube definitely influenced me, as well as Public Enemy. You know, because I feel like as it stands now, hip-hop is treated as if it's a disposable art. You know, like it's fast food. You know, you got a cat, he'll drop 7 mixtapes in a year, you know, but it's like we don't really get a chance to see the growth. I mean, bam, 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 just drop. You know, so I feel like a lot of a lot of the music is not timeless. A lot of it is just here today, gone tomorrow. And I think to a great extent, corporate America has destroyed hip hop in a lot of ways. I feel like the corporations have bastardized the art form from itself, because it's like the genre is not even organic anymore. It's like, okay, we'll put money behind such and such, and then the other label sees how that artist is moving, and they want all their artists to sound like that artist. So everything becomes redundant. Everything sounds like just one long song with a different beat. If you can get what I'm saying with that. But as it stands now, I think there is not a lot of emphasis placed on lyricism. And my homie Cal, Beat Burners, what's up to Beat Burners, my man C Visions, he would always say, like, you need to chill, like it's all art. And I understand that. I guess art is subjective in its premise, and we all process things differently. But again, I feel like a lot of the things that are being made, like they're not putting me on game. They're not teaching me anything. They're not showing me something. Like, I know when I was little and I listened to Spice One, Scarface, Tupac, they gave me game. They gave me something. They gave me something that I could, put in my toolbox, and it would enhance my own life, or it would help me gain perspective. A lot of cats not doing it. It's just, I want to entertain you, and that's cool. But when we walk away from it, when you cut that tape off, how does that resonate in your mind? Where do you go from there? Has it made you a better person? Has it helped you gain perspective? I think Common said it best though. A lot of these rappers are Babylon's puppets. It's just, they here today, gone tomorrow. So it's like a mental genocide. They're not really teaching anybody. And I mean, not to sound like an after-school special or Reading Rainbow, because I want to have fun too, but it has to be more than that. There has to be something timeless. And the thing that really throws me off is how a lot of hip-hop listeners, specifically, I don't want to play the age game, but a lot of hip-hop listeners don't have a concept of the art form. They don't have a historical context for it. They don't know how different things connect, and how different things evolve and different styles and things of that nature. Because again, it's treated like disposable art.
A trip to the corner store can be suicide. Cultural genocide, the hood's gentrified. Heaven and hell collide where I reside. Fuck a tunnel, niggas only see the light flaming from the nozzle of a barrel.
Another thing I want to touch on is the whole situation with Iggy Azalea and Azalea Banks, that whole conflict, because I think that there's a deeper rooted historical context for that. I feel where Azalea Banks is coming from, within the sense that a lot of times white people have, historically been culture vultures. Took things that, for example, with Elvis, how a lot of stuff that he did, he got from the black jazz musicians in the Mississippi Delta and in Memphis. And he took that and made it his own. So I just feel like, at the end of the day, people appreciate black culture, but they don't necessarily appreciate black people. And I guess my issue is, make the music you want to hear. I feel like a lot of artists, they want to knock Iggy, but if you're not teaching the babies, if you don't want to give them information, you really can't be mad at how the next person's getting their money, because you're not creating an entity or a force to counteract that. And I just have an issue with people who want to be like overly vindictive towards artists. But my thing is, what are you doing? Like, where's the yin and yang? What are you doing to show a different outlet? That's what I'm trying to do with my music. There is violent content in my music. There is a lot of social political commentary in my music. But I just want people to understand and see things on a deeper level.
Searching who you knew. Southwest Atlanta to wherever you hearing this at. Some real shit. You gotta get back into taking control of our community.
Alright, as it stands now, I got, again, Searching Who You Knew dropping, mixtape dropping, volume 1 dropping out. It should be dropping this week, actually. But today's March 9th. R.I.P. Biggie Smalls, March 9th. But It should be dropping this weekend, so probably like maybe 13th, 14th. It'll be available for free download on datpiff.com, livemixtapes.com, and I'll have some physical copies on me as well. And I will fly to you and give them to you. I'm joking, but seriously. I'm performing at the South by Southwest Music Festival, March 20th at the 405 Club in Austin, Texas. The stage is going to be funded by, not funded, but rather hosted by Daily Freshness. What up to the homie Chose, CEO. I'm also going to be doing the New Mexico Music Festival. It's a tentative date with that. I have some other things lined up, tentatively scheduled. I don't want to give any dates or names exactly. Got some other things in the mix. Also, I'll be dropping another project this fall called the Infinity EP, primarily produced by the homie Don Farrow and Franco and my homie Cliff. And just look for me, Mack Warbuckz. I'm on Instagram, Dr. DOCTOR _ Warbuckz, WARBUCKZ. I'm on Twitter, the Emotep, THE_IMHOTEP.
82 K.I.N.G.S, Mack Warbuckz, K.I.N.G.S, Southwest Atlanta. It's like the gene of ISIS. My genesis, infinite, limitless.